after I did the School of Creative Ministries, I went into session singing. My first session was on the Brit Awards, doing backing vocals for Sting and then People. So I was still 18 then. And I started doing a load of session singing. But then I again had my second audition, which was a bit more successful than the first one, was to work with a band in Manchester called the Worldwide Message Tribe, who were then known as the Tribe, and which is the Message up in Manchester. And again, I felt like, oh, this is an opportunity to make a difference through music. And then went on to be in a band called Shine. And then after that, I went back to being in a band called United Colours of Sound, which was back working with David and Carrie Grant.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing band. There was like 12 lead singers was the idea, with 12 different looks, and just amazing singers. I was constantly listening to the other singers, forgetting to sing my part because they were so awesome. But for about a year, we just tried to get signed, and we ended up just rehearsing for showcase after showcase. We had a lot of major label interest, and I just got really disillusioned with this sort of treadmill of, you know, we got bottom drawed a lot, which was major labels saying they really wanted to work with you. So they would make it so you weren't free to work with anyone else, but they weren't actually recording with us or getting us to release music. And it was a real eye-opener for the other side of the industry. Until then, I'd really enjoyed it. And I was like, this is awful. I feel like my life is on hold and in these people's hands. And I just got really disillusioned with it. And I was like, I need to get a grown-up job. So I decided to go back to university as a mature student by then. I mean, I was in my early 20s. But, and again, with the view to go into television. So I really thought I'd left music behind. But music is like that toxic lover you keep going back to. You can't quite leave them. So, you know, I did this course in media arts, and it was in radio, TV and magazine publishing. But I was like, oh, I'm going to do TV. Never thought of radio. And we had to do a taster course in radio. And during that term, I just fell in love with radio. I loved it. As you can hear, I love talking. I love people's stories and I love music. So I changed my whole degree to focus on the radio. And yeah, I graduated with a first class honours, which I never thought I would do. I was the first person in our family to go to university. I mean, my sister's now doing a PhD in music psychology, so it's not quite that, but still, it was still a degree. And from there, I changed careers to radio for a number of years.
So how did that, being bottom drawed by these labels, being told this thing by the labels, that not happening, what impression did that leave on you in terms of the music industry?
I think I had to separate, and I always say this to people, you have to remember that it's called the music business.